Hey guys, so before I get into the main topic of this video, I want to readdress that Samus Returns image thing I was talking about in the last video. So yesterday it was noticed that one of the images on Nintendo's official website advertising some Metroid-themed skin decals for the Nintendo Switch showed an image of a kid playing a game that has not yet been announced for the Nintendo Switch. The game was Metroid Samus Returns, which is for the Nintendo 3DS. I made a video about this possibly being Nintendo leaking a game early, a port of Samus Returns for the Switch. Very recently, something similar had happened with Kirby Fighters 2, where Nintendo accidentally showed off that game on their official website before they had actually announced it. So I assumed with an image of Samus Returns being played on a Nintendo Switch showing up on the official Nintendo website, we might once again have Nintendo leaking their own future games here. There have also been some rumors floating around for a while now about a possible 2D Metroid game happening for the Switch at some point, so those two factors combined made me quick to think this might legitimately be a leak situation. However, now more information has come to light, which makes me think this seems more likely to just be an accident on a mock-up image from a third-party marketing team or something that happened to somehow find its way onto the official Nintendo website and not an actual leak. It was found out that the picture on the Switch screen in the image of the kid playing their Switch with Samus Returns on there, the Samus Returns image itself is publicly available online. Though at first it appeared it might be like an upscaled version from the 3DS, but that image does just exist online. Anyone could just Google it and find it and use it in a mock-up. It was then discovered that the skin decals are actually 2 years old. They're from 2018, though I think them showing up on the official Nintendo website is actually recent. While the decals are from 2018, I'm unsure if the image of the kid playing Samus Returns is actually from 2018 or if that image is newer. Regardless, the image of the kid playing the Switch that has Samus Returns on it is definitely a mock-up image, as there are other versions of this same image with various games and different decals. Though I will say even a mock-up image being made that has a game not yet announced for Switch shown on the official Nintendo website by Nintendo themselves might actually be significant. However, since these decals have existed since 2018, it seems far more likely the decal company made their own images and just goofed here. So the decal company probably made these mock-up images, not Nintendo, and their choice of what game to use as the screenshot was probably done without Nintendo's supervision. Somehow this wasn't noticed by Nintendo themselves when they decided to advertise these decals on the official Nintendo website. Nintendo probably just imported the same images over to the official site from the decal site or something, and failed to notice the Samus Returns mistake that was happening on that image. So sadly, Samus Returns probably isn't getting ported to Switch anytime soon. Or if it is, the image probably isn't leaking that. If it happens, it would probably just be a coincidence. My apologies for jumping the gun on that one. It really did seem like we might have a leak on our hands here, but now I think it's way more likely this is just a marketing team mistake. It will be interesting, though, to see if Nintendo actually updates their website now that this one has been noticed. Another thing we've gotten some more information on is this blog post from Charles Zambillas, a concept artist for some of the early Crash Bandicoot games. They were teasing something interesting happening for Crash soon that fans would like, and we were speculating if that could potentially be a tease for Crash coming to Super Smash Bros. However, Zambillas was asked some questions about this one, and they specified that what they were talking about doesn't have anything to do with Super Smash Bros. If I had to guess now, I'd say maybe it has something to do with like a Crash cartoon or a movie or something. It sounds like they could be hinting at something like that, which would be really cool if that's the case. But for now, whatever this blog was hinting at for Crash remains a mystery. Okay, so now let's talk about the main subject for this video. And I will say we're going to get into some tinfoil hat wild speculation territory, so be prepared for that. Despite this one being extremely speculative theory stuff, I find this all pretty interesting myself, so I figured I'd share these ideas and see what you guys think about it. Essentially, this has to do with some oddities that are going on with the Doom series right now. Specifically, the mysterious release date for Doom Eternal for Switch. This game is still supposedly coming out at some point in 2020, yet we have no definitive date, and we only have about a month and a half remaining in 2020. There was some rumors going around that Bravely Default 2 and Doom Eternal for Switch would get pushed back to 2021, due to a certain listing on a website marking those games with those dates. Bravely Default 2 has been confirmed to have been pushed back to 2021, yet Doom Eternal for Switch's release date is still sitting in limbo, and still supposedly releasing in 2020. Back in September, there was an interview with Marty Stratton, one of Doom's developers, and they said this: I wish I could give you like specifics, because I know I read all the comments. When we say anything about Doom Eternal, like there's always 1 out of every 5 comments, yeah, how about you tell us about the Switch? I know people are anxious. They went on to say the game was very close, and that id would be talking about it again in the not too distant future. He just couldn't say exactly how close. That interview was back on September 19th, but we still haven't heard a definitive release date. Marty Stratton, you might recall from that interview that seemed to deconfirm Doom Guy for Smash, though as many have pointed out, it might have just been deflection or something. Grant Kirkhope said don't hold your breath for Banjo at E3, when he knew full well Banjo was happening for Smash, so it is a possibility that's what's happening here, although Marty Stratton's deconfirmation interview is much more in-depth. Far more than the usual quick deflection response one might expect if Doom Guy was in fact happening, and Marty just had an NDA and didn't want to get into the specifics. But given that we've had people purposely mislead us into thinking characters aren't happening for Smash when they knew full well that they were, I leave this one somewhat doubtful but open-ended. Anyway, on November 5th, Panic Button Games was asked, "Where's Doom Eternal on Switch?" And they said, "We are still hard at work on the project and excited for everyone to enjoy it. We have multiple teams working on separate projects at Panic Button, even more than we have announced." And then they linked that Marty Stratton interview where he said it was very close. So the question remains, why at this point in 2020 do we have no clear release date for this game? Or at least confirmation the game is getting delayed to some point into 2021? Well, there's an interesting theory about what might be happening here. Liam Purdy wrote me, "Funny how the past few videos have talked about a potential Smash reveal at the Game Awards, and even Kako Malo, but not that the Game Awards take place on the anniversary of Doom 1993. This year seems like a pretty big thing to overlook. Even if not for Smash, Doom news is very likely. id Software's Twitter bio says that Doom Eternal Switch is still coming in 2020. Maybe a trailer of Eternal on Switch like Bayonetta 1+2 got, and a Doom Guy reveal?" And that's 100% true. The Game Awards are happening December 10th this year, and Doom's anniversary is December 10th. So having something Doom to announce on that date at the Game Awards makes a ton of sense. John Nathan wrote, "With Doom's birthday on the same day as the Game Awards and Doom Eternal pretty likely to win a few big awards there, Doomslayer would probably be the most likely character to be revealed around that time." So obviously that would be incredible, right? Something like Doom Eternal for Switch getting a release date alongside potentially the release or reveal of Doomslayer for Smash, all at the Game Awards, it would just be amazing. However, as I've pointed out many times before, Smash has rarely had character reveals coincide with anniversaries. I think the only character reveal to have done that was Little Mac on the Punch-Out anniversary. A few other anniversaries have coincided with some things in Smash, but really only Little Mac was specifically revealed on his game series anniversary. But maybe there's reason to think an upcoming anniversary might actually mean something for Smash this time. Game Explain pointed out in a video a little while back how some of Sakurai's pick of the day images on Twitter have been specifically acknowledging anniversary dates. Quick shout out to Game Explain, as they gave me a shout out recently, so I figured I'd return the favor. Thanks for that one, guys. This Game Explain video was specifically talking about Persona 5's anniversary and the anniversary of Undertale that both got pick of the day images to coincide with their anniversaries. Push Dustin on Twitter also talked about this. They said Sakurai's plan to post pictures with anniversaries has been brewing for a while. So I looked into this, and as far as I could tell, this started earlier this year on April 26th for the 28th anniversary of Sakurai's own Kirby series, but there weren't too many anniversary pick of the days after that. However, in the last few months here, Sakurai has really been ramping up how many of these pick of the day anniversary images he's been doing. It has significantly increased. A ton of Sakurai's pick of the day images have been for game anniversaries recently. I quickly scrolled through Sakurai's Twitter and counted over 30 of these. In the last few months, Sakurai has been very diligent making sure he's acknowledging all these game anniversaries. And of course, there's nothing all that odd about doing so. They make for great pick-of-the-day images and shows just how many games Smash celebrates. And yes, I am well aware that Sakurai's pick-of-the-day images are just for fun, but what if there's a bit more to this? At the very least, this shows Sakurai has game anniversaries on his mind. Now, this is going to get very tinfoil hat theory, so get ready for that. And no, I'm aware that this one is a really out there reading too much into things theory, but here we go anyway. What if this is all leading up to a character reveal on a significant anniversary date? What if Doom Guy really is coming to Smash? What if the reason Doom Eternal doesn't have a release date or even confirmation that it's being pushed back yet is to somehow save it to coincide with Doom Guy being announced for Smash? What if Doom Guy for Smash and Doom Eternal both are being announced at the Game Awards on Doom's anniversary? And Sakurai acknowledging all these anniversaries is building up to that. Maybe that's what this is all leading to. That would obviously be amazing and super hype. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty out there theory. Doom Eternal for Switch might just be getting slowed down because of the virus and everything this year, and the Marty Stratton interview might actually deconfirm Doom Guy for Smash. Who knows, but it would be really cool if this happened. Speaking of anniversaries, Falcom has their 40th anniversary next year. We have that possible Falcom Smash Rep leak, possibly for Adol Kristen, maybe coming to Smash, so potentially they'd save revealing that for next year to coincide with the anniversary. Of course, that's if that possible leak is actually true, and it coinciding with the 40th anniversary for the company might just be coincidental. Actually, 2021 has a lot of significant anniversaries for Nintendo specifically, so next year might have a lot of cool stuff in store for us. As for other Smash-related stuff that's going on right now, starting tomorrow we have a food and eating themed Smash tournament happening. Well, that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. What do you guys think about something happening for Doom at the Game Awards to coincide with Doom's anniversary? Do you think we could get a possible concrete release date for Doom Eternal for Switch there? And do you think we could even potentially get Doom Guy released for Smash or revealed for Smash or something? Possibly all at the same time even. What do you guys think about this theory? Do you think it's absolutely crazy, or do you think there's something to it because of the anniversary of Doom lining up with the Game Awards and how we haven't seen anything for Doom Eternal for Switch yet? Let me know what you think in the comments below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. Really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.